After Jesus was baptized, he wanted to go out and work hard to teach and lead others. In order to prepare for this, he prayed to God and went out into the wilderness. He set out to spend 40 days and 40 nights in this difficult place. He chose this because he wanted to be more prepared and to purify himself. He knew that it would be tough and that he would encounter problems and temptation, and he really wanted to test himself and push himself to the limit. It started out all right. He walked and he walked. There wasn't much to see or do, but this was exactly why it was so difficult. He didn't want to allow his mind to get bored. He started to notice small things such as desert plants and wildlife. He felt the changing temperatures throughout the days and nights. His feet hurt, and his tummy started to hurt because he hadn't had anything to eat for a long time. He got slower and slower, and his clothes felt scratchy, and his eyes were hurting due to the dry, sandy atmosphere. He stopped to rest in a cave and found some water dripping from the walls. He took the water in his hands and gulped it down. It was very hot, and Jesus was becoming more and more tired. Some nights he couldn't sleep because of the uncomfortable ground and the noises from the desert animals. There were wild animals nearby, and Jesus had to be careful not to get attacked. There were leopards and hyenas, camels and polecats, big cats and scorpions, snakes and lizards. It really wasn't a nice place to be all on your own. He prayed to God. He got more and more tired. As he dragged his feet along, he stubbed his toe on a rock. "Ouch!" Jesus cried out and fell down to the ground. This was one thing too much for today. Jesus was upset. He said, "This place is dreadful, and I'm so hungry." While Jesus was feeling unhappy, hungry, thirsty and weak, the devil appeared. "I thought I'd find you here. Are you enjoying the wilderness, Jesus?" Jesus said nothing. "Are you hungry? If you are the Son of God, why don't you turn these stones into bread rolls?" Jesus was indeed hungry, but he remembered what he'd learnt and said to the devil, "Man shall not live by bread alone," and he tossed them away, "but by the word of God." Then the devil led Jesus to a high point overlooking the city and said, "Why don't you throw yourself off the edge? God will send some angels to save you." "No, you will not test God in this way. It's not for your entertainment." Then the devil showed Jesus a large kingdom and said, "You could have all of this if only you will bow down to me." This made Jesus very angry, and he said, "How dare you? I will never do that. I serve only the Lord my God and will worship only him." The devil knew that he couldn't tempt Jesus, so he went away. At that moment, the angels came down and looked after Jesus, and his time of trial in the desert was over. He'd passed the test and was now ready to become a great leader.